Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Prospects eRacing League here for Tier 3 Round 7 here at Portugal, the Portuguese Grand Prix. I'm very excited, my home Grand Prix. I am your commentator, Justin, or Just Gaming, however you guys prefer. And of course, just like last week at Russia, I have the one and only Patty Pat here in the comms box. How you doing, my man?
Oi, oi! Going, mate. I'm looking forward to this one. Having helped out on this Monday, and then raced on the Tuesday, and then back here for the Tier 3 boys. I'm really excited for this one. It's been a good week for Portugal, hasn't it?
Honestly, well, it's Portugal. It's always going to be a good week, mate. It's a little bit biased opinion for me. But yeah, I loved it. I watched Tier 1. I commentated for Tier 2. Honestly, I absolutely loved it. Just seeing my home Grand Prix represented so well out on track, it was just a beautiful sight to see for me.
Well, let's hope these Tier 3 boys can put on a good show for us today. After who won last week? Who are we looking at today?
Let's actually give a quick check, actually. So,
I've noticed Paige has changed her name.
Yes, so she has joined a league called HDE, I do believe, if I remember that correctly. Yep, HDE.
Oh, very fancy Paige. I remember last week she did actually, she came in with some good points there by just hovering around the bag. She ended up coming 7th in the end, which was a really good result.
Actually, she finished in 6th.
6th, wasn't it? Sorry,
yeah, so
Matt, I'm nuts.
No worries, mate. They better be cashews.
They actually are. They're 100%.
I'm not secretly having a camera in your room, but to flash back to last week for round 6, we were at the Russian Grand Prix with Pandaman Gaming taking the win after serving a 3-second time penalty. With him serving a 3-second time penalty in second place was actually T Da Silva, one of our very own here at Prospects eRacing League. Then we also have AFS Natty rounding up the podium finishes. Then we had Voice of Chris in 4th, Craigie in 5th. Then we had Baguette in 6th, Tilmo in 7th, Domwar in 8th, Spectriv in 9th, and Pavlovsky in 10th. And that round up the top 10.
So Pandaman Gaming then is going to be trying to get off to a good start here after his win last week at Russia. So that's a guy to look out for there for this Tier 3 drive. Hello, the Call Me Mouse. How's it going? Jason Bird. There you go. Pandaman is here. Alex Pello. Watch out, McLaren. Ooh, Alex Pello. Watch the McLarens tonight, apparently.
Well, I mean, that's your team as well.
It is, mate. Yeah, up the McLarens and all that. Voice of Chris is in the McLaren. He helped you yesterday, I believe.
Yes, he did, doing an exceptional job in the comms box as always. As we've been doing co-coms together for different leagues. So I suggested him for yesterday, and I believe he did an exceptional job.
He definitely did. He came in with some more nice informative things, and I like the way he was talking about the team game, and that's what's really important about tonight as well. The team game really does play a part. You mentioned it last night in the Tier 2, and I think we played on in Tier 1 as well, but the team game around this track could be very important. I know the McLaren boys yesterday did a great job in it. I don't know who they were, but they were brilliant at that.
And actually, talking about the team play is actually going to be crucial here at Portimao, as we are actually very close for the constructor standings, as leading the way is actually Alfa Romeo with 115 points and McLaren in second with 112 points. 3 points separate the lead for the Constructors' Championship, so we're going to have to watch out for those two. And also another two we have to watch out for as well, very close for that third place, is Mercedes with 79 points and AlphaTauri with 74 points. So 5 points separated for third, 3 points separated for first. Is going to be very close to see those teams change at the end of this race. We also have the Aston Martin in 5th with 58 points, Alpine in 6th with 44, and Williams in 7th with 42. Another close battle for 6th place. Then we also have the bottom 3 with Haas in 8th with 36 points, the Red Bull in 9th with 30 points, and Ferrari in 10th, 1 point behind Red Bull with 29 points. And with that rounding up the constructor standings, let's actually move on to the driver standings with AFS Natty getting that podium finish back at Russia has actually solidified even further his push for the Drivers' Championship with 94 points in the lead. Then we have Pawlowski in second with 77 points for the McLaren, and Voice of Chris in third with the McLaren again with 65 points. 3 points behind him in fourth is Lucifer with 63 points. Aston Martin in fifth with Monster, 58 points.
Doesn't look like he's racing tonight, does he?
No, it
not
doesn't.
Racing tonight. He's not racing. Is that the guy that we're missing tonight then?
I believe so, but we're going to be starting off, of course, with qualifying, as I have a black screen saying please wait.
18 minutes of qualifying then coming up. What sort of weather we're going to have here today then? And it looks beautiful, sunshine.
Beautiful sunshine as always here at Portimao. Actually, not as always for some leagues, but it doesn't matter for me. Even if it's a gloomy day, I always look at the sun of Portugal. Love it. Love to see it. Honestly, I'm just so happy to be at doing the Portimao Grand Prix. I'm sorry.
We got a bit of bias here. Like, he loves it. That's what you get when you love a track like this. I think you've done 3 comms this week at Portimao, right? Or is it 2?
Actually, this is going to be the second one, actually, for Prospects eRacing League.
So we've got movement then. We've got movement in the garage. It is the McLaren who is going to be out first on track, and it looks like it's Pawlowski. He's not messing about. We've got an AlphaTauri in the background, I believe, making moves as well. But Pawlowski not messing around out there. He's on the medium compound tyre, and he'll be first to set a lap here around this very, very difficult and technical track. A lot of inclines, a lot of downclines, and yeah, there's a lot of bumps in the road. There's a lot of areas where you need to just avoid that part of the tarmac. It's not about what sort of line to take and stuff. It's all about like maybe avoiding certain areas of the track where your rear end does lighten up a little bit, especially with the gradients of the hill. And really, it's really technical, this one, just a game. It really is.
Exactly, but actually talking about the technicality of this track, let's actually get a brief description of where we are here today. Of course, here in Portugal, we are at the Autodromo Internacional do Algarve, and the first Grand Prix...
Actually, sorry, can I just interrupt?
Yeah, go for it.
Go on, can you say that again?
Autodromo Internacional do Algarve.
Nah, just one more time, mate. One more time.
Autodromo Internacional do Algarve as the first ever Grand Prix.
Love the way you say it. Love the way you say it.
Hey, I had to represent well, mate. I have to represent well. But the first ever Grand Prix here, it was actually in 2020, being built during the coronavirus or COVID-19 pandemic actually first started having that outbreak, where circuit length is around 4.653 kilometers long. We're looking at a race distance of around 53.5 kilometers long, with the lap record currently with Lewis Hamilton on the first ever Grand Prix in 2020 with a 1:18.750. 15 turns make up this track with 2 DRS zones, one from turns 4 and 5, where we actually just saw Pawlowski go through, and then one on the finishing straight of turn 15 right after that uphill all the way down towards turn 1. A very, very intricate track. We're going to be looking at potentially turn 8, as we actually again just saw Pawlowski go up. That tight right-hander uphill change, where you're probably going to be looking at 3 sets of rubbers. Well, actually 3 rubbers out there instead of all 4 tires on the track as you make your way up on that uphill. So a lot of oversteer opportunities up there, as we did see yesterday as well for Tier 2.
Yep, you definitely did. Just watching now Pawlowski come around the last bend, flat out around this long right-hander, down the hill he goes, and he's going to be the first to cross the line. I thought he might have invalidated, he went wide around turn 8, but there he goes. The 1:18.7 is your benchmark on those medium compound tyres. Next to cross, though, will be, I believe, De Silva.
And as he sets the new fastest, of course, having Portuguese heritage in his name, well, let's say his family as well. So he's looking to get a really good turnout here tonight. Sorry, I'm gonna have to give a little bit pressure for my fellow Portuguese man. But
Tilma coming across the line, then he goes third with a 1:19.2.
So doing an exceptional start so far, but
oh,
that
we've had a spin. Pandaman Gaming, our race winner and championship leader, it's put it on his hot lap, I believe, and he has got no front wing. Very lucky man there, not to lose a wheel. Wow, he needs to gather himself up there. He's a championship leader right now, and he can't afford for mistakes like this, especially at a track like this.
Well, actually, sorry, I have to correct you on that. He's not the championship leader. He was actually our previous race winner, where our current championship leader of AFS Natty has actually came across the line to set the fastest lap of a 1:18.135. So we're gonna have to see if he's gonna be able to hold on to that lap at the end of this qualifying.
Just watching to Silver there get a bit wobbly, and he's had a bit of a spin. Still second though is to Silver, 1:18.5. That's 4/10 off Natty though. I suppose that's why he is championship leader at the minute. But I do believe Pandaman Gaming, if he gets it right, he will be challenging him out there today.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. Actually, lets his Alpine teammate just ahead, but now we're gonna go on Kevo, who just actually looks like invalidated his time crossing the line, so he's gonna have to start a new one. I just saw him cross the line just then. We have a Ferrari of Chaos Druid cross the line on a set of mediums. Looks like he had a little bit of an incident, only setting a 2:07.197. So looking to have a new fresh start on those set of mediums. Let's see if he's gonna be able to do it. But actually, Patty, let's actually flash to yesterday, actually. What would you say at Portugal when you raced it yesterday? What would you say is the most difficult part of this track?
I think it's, believe it or not, turn one can be quite difficult because you can gain and lose so much time through turn one. You've really got to have the confidence to chuck it in there. Although it's quite balanced when throughout the whole track, that's actually quite a straight part of the track. There's not much gradient there, but it's really challenging because there's so much time to be had. Because straight after that, you've got that corner where you don't touch the brakes, so it's flat out, and it's just a dab on the brakes into turn one, but you've got to really chuck it in to gain time, and then you're really just trying to trust the car to keep stuck. And then obviously you've got the turn, is it turn 4 and 5 up the hill? Is that where turn 4 and 5 is?
So you got turns 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, turn 4 is that uphill left-hander right before the DRS
so turn
zone.
4 in that's also very difficult because you've got to straighten up your wheel and not put the power on too much, but then as soon as you get to the brow of the hill, then go full lock, and then straighten out and just hope the car grips and takes you to the apex on the outer apex. But yeah, it's very difficult. If you kind of get that power down as you're coming round that corner, it's very important to short shift up there as well, to just get as much speed out of it and the grip, because it's so the levels of tarmac is so off place going up there, as we see the Aston Martin going up there right now. Oh no, sorry, that's the one after, isn't it? But yeah, that corner as well is very difficult. Anything with gradients where the rear end is going to lighten up is going to be very difficult to keep that traction going, and that is where we may see some spins here today.
Yeah, as we did see back in Tier 2 as well. But I do want to talk about the pit lane as well, because I remember yesterday when you raced, sorry to put you on the spot several times at the beginning of qualifying, but I remember you were making your way out of the pit lane where two drivers were actually battling it out. I believe it was an AlphaTauri and an Alfa Romeo as you exit out of the pit lane. And with the pit lane being right there on the corner, it's going to be very, very difficult to see how the driver's going to manage that. But it looks like you three managed it
well,
in the middle of the race as well.
I knew who I was fighting. I knew who I was fighting for. And if you remember what I was saying about learning the other drivers, it's so important to learn other people's drive craft and the way they race and how they perform. Because, you know, some people may be really quick, but their racecraft could need a bit of touching up. So it all depends on who I'm racing with, is how I go about my racing as well. And I knew these two boys behind me were going at it, and they were doing. We went side by side. I knew they would have seen me, but it was so important for me to try and keep ahead of them going out of that battle. And then, if you realise, once I realised that was going to kick off, and it was getting a bit bullshit and bargy, you saw me back out, and then I just let them go, and then I overtook them because I just had that feeling that I created that really wheel-to-wheel battle, but sometimes that wheel-to-wheel battle can go on too much, and then that's where the incidents start coming, and I believe that actually did end up happening. But no, for me it was like really important to get ahead of those boys. But once I realised actually after about 4 or 5 corners that these boys were getting a bit too bullshit, for me then it was like, I'll back out, something's going to happen here, and I took advantage of it. But like I say, it's all about learning the other drivers who you're racing against, you know.
And that's what I love about Prospects eRacing League, mainly because the drivers out here in Prospects eRacing League just have like such an amazing racecraft to where they can trust the other drivers around them to make those sort of moves and make it a little bit of a battle. But as you did say, yeah, they actually spawned right up here as we're watching Spectriv around turn 8. Actually, talking about Spectriv, he actually just set the new fastest lap on the set of mediums with a 117.872 for the AlphaTauri. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on him as well.
We've got Pandaman Gaming coming around the last corner here. He's on the medium tampon tyre, and he's going for a hot lap. Problem is, he's got that Ferrari in front of him. I don't think the Ferrari's going for another one. And you can see there, as you've got to chuck it in. If you can ride on board with him right now, he's chucking it into that turn 1. And you just got to have the trust, and it's up here now, so you turn in, and then you've got to straighten up your wheels and then turn in. There's a little bit more pace in there for him on that one, but the problem is he's got Chaos there, who looks like he is on a hot lap, and he'll be really suffering right now, and he's got a bit of oversteer in behind that dirty air.
Yeah, so his rubber's going to be working a little bit extra. He's going to be those rubbers are going to be really struggling with that dirty air, as you did just say, as he gets a little bit of a slide up turn 8 as well, and
Huso has gone the wrong way.
Huso has been disqualified after spinning around turn 8, trying to rejoin, but the car was backwards when he joined back onto the track. Tried to spin himself around again, and the game calibrated him going backwards up on the track. So he's going to be disqualified, and he's going to start at the back of the grid.
I think Pandaman's going to have to abort this one and go in. He's going to have to go in.
Yeah, and I'm actually looking at this. Pandaman Gaming is a little bit glitched on my end. I don't know if it's for you as well.
No, I'm alright, my end. Just give this moment to say hello to chat. Alex Pilo, Craigie, Tom Lipscomb, the Moundy he's fuming. He's fuming at the moment, apparently. Orbix, welcome in, and Maundy and Nathan Clark, welcome in, everybody. And we've got 21 of you watching this so far. Qualifying here in round 7 for tier 3. So far, it's Natty with pole with a 117.8 on no soft, taken away from Spectre. But look at that, Polsky just comes in with a 117.8 on the soft as well. So we've got 6 minutes left of this session. A lot of boys now changing over to the soft to try and eke out a few more temps.
And actually, as you said that as well, Pulowski has actually stole the second place by 0.02 of a second as well. So very, very close laps there between Pulowski and Spectriv. Let's see if it carries out into the Grand Prix. But now 6 minutes left of qualifying before we get over there. But let's see this real quick. Still yet to put at the times of Artistic Genius and Pandaman Gaming, as he was able to make his way back out of the pit lane on a set of mediums. And it looks like it's the same set of mediums for Pandaman Gaming, so we're going to have to wait and see how he's going to take this.
Yeah, it is indeed.
Whoa!
Tidsman, if you want to join this sort of league, they have a Discord. I will put the Discord in chat for you right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you carry on. I'll just put this Discord. And then there's a sign-up process, and it'll be for Season 6, I believe. You'll be allocated a tier on your pace.
Via the Discord server, yes.
Yeah.
And
so
I just looked at that.
I'm just going to copy the link. I'm just going to put it into your chat now.
Alright, beautiful. But I actually did just see that Pandaman Gaming has actually glitched out of the session. So it looks like he was actually glitching out. Rejoins now midway after qualifying. Hopefully that doesn't actually glitch out the session for Pandaman Gaming. But
I tell you what, he's put himself under a lot of pressure here. Only 5 minutes left in the session. He's not really set a lap time. Artistic Genius as well. He's in the pits. He's just going to do. It looks like he's just going to go for the 1 lap, I believe, on the soft compound there. Yeah, 4 minutes 30 left, and our race winner from last week is struggling out there at the minute.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to wait and see how these drivers do, as now we have 4 minutes 20 seconds left of qualifying, and this is gonna be very, very close ending, because all of these drivers now seeing all of those rubbers out on track, and I think we have a spin up actually of Tilmo into turn 4, so it looks like he didn't really negotiate around turn 4 of Portimao, a very tough corner, as we did say before, to master. And okay, hold on, guys. You're gonna have to give me a little bit of time, because my cat now wants to go outside my window. So give me a quick second.
All right, looking good then for Spectriv and De Silva in the AlphaTauri, sitting there in 3rd and 4th. Would be possibly starting on the 2nd row of the grid if they keep those positions. Both of them in the pits right now. The top 4 are in the pit side. Are they going to see another run from these boys with 3 minutes left to go? I'm unsure. Craigie though, PLR Craigie in the Red Bull on his hot lap at the minute. I know. We're watching him right now. We are watching him right now. So PRLO Craigie is up and down the hill he goes, flat out here to the left hand. And now you want to be mid corner and really keep it as late as you can to turn in and hit that apex. He's invalidated, unfortunately.
After going the 10th faster as well on the exit of sector 2, so he's gonna have to start a new one. He does have
time to get in and out again if he chooses to.
Well, that'll probably be beneficial.
Enough fuel to go again. It looks like he's got enough time to go again, but whether or not he comes in and out, it's a 170. Oh, has he got enough time? It's going to be very close. It's going to be very close to get in and out. I'll have to keep an eye on that one.
Well, we're going to have to wait and see how these drivers are going to manage it. He is actually going to go into the pit lane, trying to get on a new set of rubbers as quick as he can. It should be enough time for him to come back out as well. But,
do we have any idea why Mondi is frustrated?
I really don't know, to be honest with you.
Sitting there in 8th place at the minute in the pits, a 1:18.2 for Mondi. Is that what he's disappointed in? Very close times here. Look, a lot of boys in the 1:18s. You can see right from all the way to 15th. It's like 7/10.
Yeah, really and actually it's around 1 second between those drivers as well, from 1st to 15th as well. So yeah, it's going to be very close racing. As Villeneuve has retired. We've seen this in Div 1 and Div 2, to be fair. We've seen this in Div 1 and Div 2. The lap times here are very similar. I think they've done a great job as esports prospects to really sort out these leagues to be as close as possible. It's really good of how they've done it. But that actually is very good for multiple reasons, for improving the quality of the drivers in Prospects eRacing League, but actually improving the reputation of Prospects as well. So with these drivers, they actually have a little bit of more opportunities to get into battles and have fun out there on track. And I'm actually watching this now. Panaman Gaming has just rejoined, but I don't think it's going to be enough time for him to go back out there on the track. And tell me,
no, it's not.
This is actually a good way to check if the lobby is glitched. For you, does it say that Panaman Gaming has actually set a time?
Yeah, 7 minutes 25.
9:15. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we both see that, and it looks like Panaman Gaming is just still struggling with the connectivity. Spectriv has actually retired, as he's going to be starting in 3rd place on a set of mediums, so could be looking at a very good strategy early on in this race. But one person
so close to Poloski as well on those mediums.
Honestly, as well. So imagine him on the softs.
I know. There's not much time between them, it's got to be said. Mediums do perform well here. Natty is going out again. He's gone fastest in sector 2, so he looks like he's improving. Will he cement that pole position even more, or has Poloski got an answer for it? We'll have to find out in the next few seconds here as Natty goes around the last right-hander and up the hill he goes across the line, and he does improve by 3/10 to 1:17.5 from Natty, and he's basically saying to Poloski, come at me, and it doesn't look like Poloski is improving. Let's just have a quick look at these sector 2 times.
Yeah, so he's currently down by 2/10 on the exit of turn 4, but let's see as he negotiates on the uphill of turn 8 to the downhill and invalidates on his time from what it looks like. So that's going to be it for Poloski. I just looked at another finisher of Mason, who pushes his way up to 5th fastest with a 1:18.021. as this is these drivers' last chance, last opportunity to get into those higher positions, and with that extra bit of rubber.
With Craigie, PLRA Craigie's invalidated. MK is going round. He is in the Aston Martin right now. He's 11th at the minute. Can he get himself in that top 10? Or is he better off just taking that right now and going, do you know what? I may start on the mediums here.
Yep, and my previous of Voice of Chris is actually going to be making his way into the pit lane as well, as Artistic Genius has crossed the line with a 122.779. It's going to be starting in 17th place in the second last row, as we actually have Natty. Looks like he got no worries. It looks like Natty got into a little bit of a mix-up on the track, but Natty has solidified their position in pole position with a 117.584. He must be very proud to have that early start and have that little bit of extra confidence for his push for the Drivers' Champion. But that is going to round up qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, as we have... Actually, that's going to be it for these drivers. And we're going to be seeing you guys at the starting grid here for Portimao. Very, very excited. But we're going to have to wait and see how lap 1 will take place. If it was anything like yesterday for tier 2, the race was extraordinary, but there was an incident on lap 1 into turn 5 at the end of the DRS straight, where we saw a Ferrari mistimed the braking zone into that corner. But Natty makes his way into the pit lane, and that is going to be it. Natty takes pole position with an extraordinary 117.584. Monster is not fuming anymore, as he was able to get onto the front row with a 117.636. Then we have Polovsky, third fastest, with a 117.870. That rounds up the top 3. After that, we have Spectrov, T. Da Silva, Mason, Kevo, Domwar, Craigie, Lucifer, Mark 7, currently a reserve here tonight, Voice of Chris, Tilmo, Page, Villeneuve, the Chaos Druid, Artistic Genius, Panda Man Gaming, and it's Hosa, after being disqualified for qualifying. Frustrated still, Chappers. Come on, really? Still. Oh, come on, Monster. That's still a good time, mate. You got 0 on the front row. Why are you upset? Come on. But it's always good to have that positive energy coming into the race. But we're going to have to wait and see who's going to be coming out on top. 33 laps here at Portimao. Let's see who is going to take it. And since my cat is not outside, I can close my window because it's freezing, for Christ's sake. There we go. The loading is complete. All these drivers setting up their pitch strategies, setting up their setups, any last minute changes, and we'll be starting off. 15 seconds until we see the drivers on the starting grid, and let's see who is going to take turn 1 like a champion, a true champion. But yeah, as we take this time, I believe the drivers will be doing a formation lap. Just waiting for the players to load in, and then we should be set. But as we take this time for the drivers to load in and do their formation laps, I just want to remind you guys, for Prospects eRacing League, we are on the push for 300 subscribers. If you guys have been enjoying the content here, make sure you hit the like button so we know exactly what to provide you, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you have not, and make sure that notification bell is on so you're notified every time we have a race here at Prospects eRacing Leagues. Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays for tiers 1 to 3 from Monday to Wednesdays, Academy on Thursdays, and F2 for Sundays.
Take a breather. Take a breather, just take a breather, mate. You're all right. We're on our warm-up lap. We're on our out lap here. this is a chance for the drivers to get those temperatures up in the tyres and the brakes, really weaving around. They're not nuts, honestly. They're not daft. If you're just new to Formula One, they're warming up their tyres and brakes, get them up to the optimal temperatures for the start of this race. You'll see the leader of Natty, the pole sitter today. He's going to back that pack up a little bit towards the end of the lap. Tyre prediction strategies for this race is a softer hards or soft mediums. However, we have seen the soft mediums go. Will the safety car come out today? That could change people's strategies, so we'll have to be thinking on our feet for that one. But we're almost ready to go.
Yeah, but I'm actually looking at this now. Panda Man Gaming is still yet to go into throttle, and I believe he has lost full control of that Alpine. Forgot to turn on the engine, as they are still waiting at the starting grid. So we're going to have to wait and see if Panda Man Gaming can get control of that Alpine, or else he might potentially be getting the black flag.
It's very unlucky for him. He's obviously having some internet issues today, and it's a shame because he had a great win last week. He had a great win, did Panda, and it is a shame to see the internet issues coming forward, because there's nothing they can do about it, you know.
Yeah, it's really nothing that they can potentially do. And yeah, Panama Gaming, he actually has sent in the footage, and he's saying, yeah, nothing is working, as he is in the car, but he's just not able to go. But we're actually going to look at this now. We have only soft and medium runners to start this Grand Prix. Spectre of getting his time, the only one in the top 10 for a set of mediums after setting his qualifying pace on that set of mediums. Everyone else in the top 10 are on a set of softs. Then we have two set of softs on the bottom 9 with Voice of Chris and the Red Bull at the back. I'm actually so scared to pronounce his name because I don't know how to pronounce that. But everyone else on a set of mediums.
Is it your turn or my turn?
You know what? We'll leave it with you.
You want me to take this one? I'll take the lights.
Why not?
Why not?
Hold on. I'm looking at this now. Panda Man has completely turned on the track. I'm actually gonna go on board with the Ferrari.
Red flag.
Yeah, the Panama Gaming's car is completely turned to the right. So
and that could be a glitch in the lobby that we won't be underway. I feel like we're gonna have another restart, mate.
Yep.
I feel like another restart is coming our way.
So if just to be safe for the admins and everyone in here, if you could potentially take a picture of the starting grid, as we do have them on the left side with the tire allocations as well, just so the drivers know what set of tires to start on. But very unfortunate to see for Panaman Gaming. Not really participating in qualifying due to his internet connectivity issues. But
to be fair, this could be an opportunity for him to get back in there, you know. Like, I know it's we had this last week as well. Sorry, I was sneezing there. We had this last week as well. It's one of those annoying things that happens when you're commentating, because now we've got to talk shit again for 20 minutes.
Hey, mate, we're used to doing that. Patty Pat, actually, with you actually being in here, guys, please, if you have not followed this man on Twitch, an amazing guy to do open lobbies and when he races for Tier 2, seeing his POV, especially at Russia, a very high factor, I would like to say. And we have a black screen with all of the drivers loading in.
Oh, hang on a minute, what's happening here?
I don't know.
Oh, hang on, we could be underway here.
Could we actually be underway?
Yeah, we could actually be underway here. Pandaman Gaming's left, and I think that's the one that was crashing out, so...
Well, we're just waiting for it. Everyone is starting to load in. Chaos Druid and Voice of Chris.
So we're just waiting on Voice of Chris and Chaos, and we will be underway without a restart, and I think it will be any minute now, because these boys... yeah, so now we're just waiting on the Chaos, and we could be underway without a restart. That could be good news.
That could be good news, but are we going to miss out on the 5 red lights is the question. Because I've seen this glitch before, and it shoved me right into the halfway of lap 1. And we're going to have to wait and see. I'm not too sure exactly what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. But stay tuned with us, as we are still experiencing technical difficulties here in the spectators box. But this is Codemasters, so...
Nah, this is internet.
Yep. As Chaos Druid has just left the session. It's gonna be making everyone do a load in once again. Panaman Gaming has just rejoined. Oh, and we are off. We're off. With Panaman Gaming sideways on the start.
We got side by side through Aston Martin and McLaren. The McLaren's gone off track and he tries to stick around the outside, but it looks like Monster does keep that P2 position on the start of this race. Sorry for missing the lights, guys. We've got a bit of wobbling going on at the back of the grid, but great start from Natty. And now we're on the McLaren of Poloski. It's going to send one on the inside here of the Aston Martin, and he does get it, but the Aston Martin is not giving up there, and he says, no, sir, I'll have that one back.
But talking about one of the McLarens, it looks like one of them has actually spun out around turn 5, and looks to be Voice of Chris as he falls down the pecking order down to 19th place. We also have Domwar going off the track a little bit on the exit of turn 6, but it was able to keep it on. The Panaman Gaming pushing his way through up the field. And I'm actually looking at this. Some of the drivers are actually ghosted on my end, but looks like they are filled to the drivers, and that's all that matters. As we have Craigie spun around turn 13, I should say, sorry, and re-enters the track just ahead of Villeneuve. Very unfortunate to see that from him.
Kevu gets himself up against his teammate there over the P5. Oh, we got an AlphaTauri Spectriv! Spectriv has been down after the last turn, and he's lost it there. We've seen it yesterday, and we're seeing it again. That last turn, people are struggling with. I believe it's people actually putting the ERS on too early around that long right-hander, and they're just getting caught out by it.
Well, let's see if they can learn from their mistakes, but unfortunately we actually did just get an interval glitch in the comms box, so we can't see the intervals, but we can see the battles going over the field, with Villeneuve just being overtaken by Craigie, as Craigie has just gotten disconnected from the session, and his car is now going to be in AI and ghosted. So very unfortunate to see with the connectivity issues, guys. Sorry about that. It's not really anything we can do in the comms box, but these drivers are still trying to push it with these tough conditions of the servers glitching out on us. So you can praise these drivers are still trying to put on that effort to give on a good show here at Portimao.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate for a few of the drivers, isn't it? But it can't be helped. It can't be helped. And even now we've got no timing screen up. So yeah, we got a Red Bull ghosted as well. So Valence then gets a free space there. I think one of the Red Bulls is AI at the minute. But I think it's now starting to sort itself out as they come across the line.
But Lucifer is going to go across one of the Williams drivers into turn 1 on the finishing straight and go now into a Williams sandwich of Kevo and Mason. Let's see, with the DRS now being enabled, we could see an overtake from Monster on Natty. Monster getting the better traction on the exit of turn 4. Is he going to look for the dive onto turn 5? No, he's going to yield and be a little bit more patient and try and catch Natty in the act of a mistake. Sorry, I'm actually just looking. I'm sorry, guys. I'm looking at the admin chat real quick just to see if we're actually having a red flag or not. But it looks like, we should be still okay.
Monster is right on the back of Natty at the minute. The guy that is not happy out there before this race started is really using that energy and that aggression to really take it to Natty at the minute. Got to get this move done quick though, because Poloski is not too far behind and he's now going to make this a three-way battle.
Well, we're going to see who's going to come out on top of that battle. But Monster will be having DRS on the ERS now early on. Natty trying to break the slipstream. Is Monster going to go for it into turn 1? We've seen a few drivers go side by side into turn 1 in tier 2. As these two drivers going to try it out now into turn 1. And Natty still holds on to it, but that's actually smart from Monster, catching Natty out a little bit to shorten the gap just slightly. And then now probably going to try and catch him out here in the first DRS zone of turns 4 and 5, but Natty just got a better exit around that corner as Craigie now has just rejoined.
Yeah, so he's going to get his car back, and I think that's the only one that needs his car back at the minute. Everyone else seems to have got their car back. No one else looks like they're ghosted. Maybe Voice of Chris, I think, might be ghosted. It's Sasu is just, he's not ghosted, he's just having a whale of a time on his own. A bit like Optic did in tier 1, I think.
Yeah, well, these drivers still trying to push on to gain some sort of points here for tier 3, but it looks like actually Mason, even though his car is AI'd, he's still going for it. It looks like it's like that glitch for the spectators box as well, saying that the car is ghosted, but it's actually not. Panamet Gaming leaves the session once again from a disconnect. I actually do feel bad for that man.
We've got a Red Bull going
hold on.
well.
I got news. Tier 3 restart. Red flag out on the field. We're gonna be having a new lobby with these difficult conditions.
It's not fair. It's not fair. That wasn't fair. There was shit going on left, right, and centre there. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that one redone, aren't we?
Yep, so guys, as I said again, red flag out on the field, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have a restart here. So if you guys can please exit out of the lobby. Panaman Gaming with a 13.771 of the fastest lap. 13 seconds, well. That's the fastest I've seen.
Lap record.
That's the world record right there, ladies and gentlemen, for Prospects eRacing League. Only seen it here first, but it's very unfortunate, guys, for the issues. We're gonna try and fix everything now. Just hopefully someone took a picture of the standings before, well, not the standings, but like the starting grid and the tire allocations, so we get everything sorted for the next lobby. Just bear with us, guys, a few minutes so we can get everything sorted.
See you in 10. Bit of a mess that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I do hate it when that happens.
Yeah, but it's just what we have to put up with some cases. It's pretty rare, I'd say, with some of the lobbies I've been in, and I've been lucky in that case because I've heard people just been getting it every single race. But it is unfortunate to see, but that's why we have incidents like this to give these drivers, like, they actually practically got like a little bit of extra practice at the beginning of the race to test out those starting, like, those launches off of the line and things like that, and people that have been given an unfair advantage.
Are you off stream now?
No, I'm still on. I'm still waiting actually for the invite.
Your own take on Formula 1 designs.
Well, yeah, that's, to be honest with you, that's why I went over here, because it's the
it's not
my
right,
Portuguese
Mikey.
design.
It's not right, Mikey. It's not right. Turn it off.
Oh, come on! It's Portugal flag. Come on!
I love how I made a German. I love how I made a German guy sound a little bit Indian there. That was almost like an Indian accent at the end. I have no idea what just came out of my mouth, but it did. Yeah, Toto will be proud.
Well, let's see, guys. Actually, what we're gonna do is, I might have that glitch to where I would have to restart the application, and with that being said, it would actually end the stream. So we're actually gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere, guys. We're gonna go live once again, once we're back into the lobby. So, just bear with us.
Just gaming. It's like bloody deja vu here.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, it is actually.
Last week we done exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
We did exactly the same thing last week. Couldn't get off the line, had to restart. You went offline, I couldn't get bloody back in. It was a load of shit.
Yeah.
Oh well. Nice.
Yep, so we'll be right back, guys. Just give us a few minutes.